Bitcoin is gearing up for a massive move here to the upside, and potentially in the next 7 days, we could hit $52,000 for one Bitcoin. If you want to know how that is possible, then stick around, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like this video, also activate the bell so that you will never miss out on these really important updates. And now let me show you why I believe that we are actually going that high, and also that potentially today or tomorrow, we are already seeing the first signs of that. I'm gonna start off here on the daily chart here. Once again, can observe here right now that the Bitcoin price is unfortunately under the 50 moving average, so which is technically a bearish indication. And if we would by tomorrow not break above it, defined by textbook, we should see further decline to the downside. But I believe even if that would be happening, that this will be only short-lived, that we are going like to 42,000 or here again $41,000, something like that, get supported from there, come back up, and then continue to trend here upwards. I believe that this might be just a bear trap if we are getting here another move to the downside, and we're gonna stay above $40,000. That is, in my opinion, quite sure from what I'm seeing right now. Let me move on here to the 30 minutes chart. Here, nothing has really changed since yesterday. $42,800 is still the resistance that needs to be cracked, that we can move here into the Monday high and potentially higher. But we are putting in here on the shorter time frames higher lows, which is of course bullish for the imminent short term. And also the stochastic RSI shows first signs that we want to turn around here and get more momentum to the upside. Also here, when we're looking at the MACD looks also for the time being more bullish than bearish to me, especially if we close in the next 16 minutes the candle at least around where it is. Then we could also see a continuation on the MACD, which means that capital keeps steady flowing into Bitcoin to keep the price steady or to push it slowly with a grind higher. When we're going here to the 1 hourly chart, here is something that we have not seen in quite a while, and I'm going to show you that we had here this a massive long consolidation phase where the Bitcoin price is not moving anywhere. But because we have that long consolidation period here, that is showing me that we are potentially bottoming out here, because Bitcoin tends, when we hit key resistance levels, as we did here at $49,000, to continue to drop here quite quickly to the downside. Bitcoin normally doesn't take its time to consolidate here for almost a week and then make the next move to the downside. We usually don't see that. When we are seeing Bitcoin ranging like that, after a massive downwards move, normally that is the reversal back to the upside. Here, when we're looking at it, when we got a consolidation phase the last time like this, look at this here. So we kind of got here the same thing. So here we kind of got the same thing. We're consolidating here in that range also for almost 2 weeks before we got here a massive move to the upside. And I think something similar is happening right now again for Bitcoin before we see a continuation move to the upside. So now the question is, of course, how high can that continuation move go, and how do I come up with the price target that you saw in the thumbnail? I'm going to show it to you in a moment. But first, I want to give you the first, one of the biggest reasons for it, and that is the liquidity that is sitting above us. I want to change that to a monthly chart to visualize that a little bit more. So you see here, there is only $3,000 right now, $3,000 below us, long liquidation levels, not lower than that. And here, these purple ones are low. Yeah, there is not sitting a lot of liquidity. So the brighter the chart gets, the more liquidity is sitting at that level. So you see, there's not a lot of liquidity sitting here. And again, when we're comparing that to the upside, the majority is right now short on Bitcoin, and that means the direction should be to the upside, at least back to $48,000. So, but I believe if we are breaking back above 46, 47 that we are moving really quick to $50,000, potentially to $52,000. And the reason for that is when we are having a look here at the Fibonacci extensions, when I take it from top to bottom here, then you see that the 1.382 is in alignment with around $52,000, and the golden ratio would be actually here at 53,786 to $54,032. That is a little bit higher than the original target that I have. So because what I believe is going to happen here, once we are breaking here through all these levels, at some point here, we are going to turn around. So we will not touch immediately the golden ratio. And if we would do it, it would be just a spike, the same what we did here with the macro golden ratio, then turn around and finally go lower. And the golden ratio is quite reliable in that sense. And we're looking at charts like that. Also here, this broadening right-angled wedge has a bullish bias with a target. So if I measure it, I think it's $48,000. Yeah, okay, $45,500. Here you see already confluence with that technical target, because here is a resistance level. And once that is broken, there's an only here above us $47,000. And if that is broken, here is the macro golden ratio that we dipped into. Once we are breaking this, Bitcoin will rally really, really quick to $50,000. And like I said, right now, the bias is to the upside, no matter on which chart are you looking at, you know. So I can move this here to a 12-hourly chart. And then also you see, okay, stochastic RSI is not the most beautiful thing right now here, the way how it's creeping up here to the upside. But price action, again, is telling us the story, what's happening here, and that is a clear uptrend. So nothing has changed here when it comes to the uptrend. We're still here in a massive uptrend, and as long as this line is holding this upward sloping trend line, nothing will change on this uptrend. So can we get retests along the way? Yes, of course, we can get retests here all the time, but the direction is still to the upside until this line is broken, and I don't believe that this is going to happen over the next couple days or the next week or two. So it just doesn't look like it. Another reason why I believe that we could go as high as $52,000 with a candle close, not just with a wick, is that we have here on the monthly chart a big imbalance sitting exactly around this level here of $52,339 to $56,000 approximately. So I'm not expecting that this imbalance will completely get filled, but that we're going to tap it and then come back down. So these are small nuances that you also have to keep in mind when looking at the charts, that you also zoom out from time to time and look at the bigger picture. And a big imbalance like that is something that tends to get filled. So now you can also make the argument that we have one beneath us. If you want to, you can make the argument that here's also one and that we are closer to this one here. Is it possible that we fill this one first before we go up? Technically, yes, but again, the bias is to the upside. So, and just because we are so close to fill, tap into this imbalance here, and everybody is leaning to the bearish case right now, makes it for me more likely that we go up. Because remember what Bitcoin likes to do. If everybody thinks that we go in a certain direction, Bitcoin does the opposite. Now everybody and their mother are screaming and shouting from the roof, we are going to 30K, we're going to 35, 37, 30, 31, even 28, 25K is something what I have seen. But nobody is making a case for a bullish move first and then something to the downside. So you have to be careful with stuff like that. You know, we have seen many, many times in the past that Bitcoin was surprising us with a move and everybody, or let me see, the majority got that then wrong. Here, my trade setup is still also on the 4-hourly chart remaining the same that I've given you a couple of days ago. Once we're leaving the range here at $43,360, I expect Bitcoin to move here quite quickly to the upside. Here, the 4-hourly chart is looking a little bit better than the other time frames. So here, the stochastic RSI is pointing to the upside. We have technically here a bullish divergence that has not played out yet, because if this bullish divergence would be playing out already, we would be way above $43,000 as of right now. So which is not the case. So we're just keeping to grind here up. If we are losing, of course, this upward sloping trend line on the RSI, then the bullish divergence will be invalidated. For the time being, we're waiting for a confirmation in basically with a spike to the upside, which did not just happen yet. So if I go to the 1 hourly chart, can also have a look here. Yeah, so when I look at this, there's also nothing to see right now here. On a 12-hourly chart also. So it could be that we still get some sideways chop here over the next, let it be 8 to 12 hours before Bitcoin is going to make a move. But I believe that a move is definitely imminent here to the upside. It could be also happening tomorrow, just for the reason that the markets are closing tomorrow and trap retail players over the weekend at the $47,000 level, and then over the weekend chop down and chop these longs and trap them. And on Monday, the market gets sent lower. And then everybody that was long yesterday at market close will get liquidated for a liquidity grab. So also that, keep in mind, guys, institutional players like to play stuff like that over the weekend. If you want to play with me together, guys, you know where to do it. The BYBIT link is in the description below and in the pinned comment. And if you want to copy trade me on CoinW or on FAIRDESK, also these links are in the pinned comment and in the description of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you then again tomorrow.